I did a video before, but I was using a different type of camera device, which had very poor sound, and I myself wasn't in front of the picture, but it was on the side. So what I'm going to do, this will be called, by the way, Parable, Sower, and Seed, and this will be number 2, and it will go in the seminary folder. So just to review slightly what I did before, I have 2 books by this wonderful scholar, Alan W. Anderson. This is his first book, as you see here, and this is the second one, which is particularly on the I Ching, and it's about self-transformation. Now, as I mentioned before, what's odd about let me mention this quickly. In this first book here, in order to make a parallel between the I Ching and the tarot cards, he refers to a book by Ouspensky, who was a student of Gurdjieff. Now, the reason I mention that is because also when I give you this parable of the sower and the seed, I will mention another student of Gurdjieff who helped me to understand that very well. His name was Maurice Nicole, but we'll get to that later. But what we're going to do in this one, when he's talking about the idea of transforming yourself from who you are into who you should be, and this is about the I Ching, but what does he bring up? He brings up the parable of the sower and the seed from the Bible to illustrate what he means. And I'll review this quickly. And what he means is that there are 2 ways to look at what your life is like. One is like in this way, like parallel lines and so on. And the other one is like up and down, straight up and down. So this is the way he does it. He does lines like this, which is timeline, time and space line. Then he does this, which is the now line. It either goes up or it comes down, but it's present. And that's the 2 kinds of ways he is going to talk about the I Ching in this particular folder, in this particular book. So what I will do next is get a little page open here and read you somewhat. I can't read much of this because this is all copyright material, but I will tell you what he says a little bit before we go much further. And it says here, the parable of the sower is to occupy the non-material space within the present instant. It is equally a call to make space within oneself, a space for a particular operative or power, a power not at one's disposal. It is by and in this power that self-transformation occurs, a transformation from lower to higher, from outer to inner. Now, you also remember that famous passage in the Gospel of Paul in Romans where it says, be not conformed to this world,